So, what makes people resilient? Well, it turns out that when an event happens, people who tend to be more resilient have assigned more empowering meanings to the events that happen to them. The assigning of empowering meanings leads to a more empowering emotional and physiological state and therefore choice of responses. Now, since there are no inherent meanings connected to the events that happen in our lives, it is possible to choose an empowering meaning for the events that happen. By doing so, you'll feel more resourceful to deal with any situation. Now, it's not about ignoring how you feel or pretending that something bad isn't happening. It's just about deciding that you are choosing to see this in a way that's most empowering for you. For example, if I lose my job, it's okay to freak out about that, but that won't help me deal with the situation. So once I've expressed my initial reaction, it's okay to decide that this is going to be a great opportunity for me, that things will be okay, that I will figure things out. Maybe it'll be the best thing that ever happened to me. Your response to situations is a choice, but it all starts with the meaning you're giving that situation. Now, lucky for us, despite this powerful model of the world, we do have free will. It is possible to question the meaning we've given things and change our emotional response. It's also possible to refrain from assigning any meaning. You could just say, well, it is what it is, or I don't know what it means yet. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, I don't know yet. Because until I know what the end of the story is, I can't tell where I am in that story. And there's a great saying that says, there's always a happy ending. So if you're not happy, it's not the end. Now, one of my favorite stories or fables that expresses this predisposition to catastrophe is as follows. A farmer and his son live on a farm, and they have a magnificently strong horse to pull the plough. The neighbours love to comment on the farmer and his life and would often come round and tell him how lucky he was. One day, during a bad storm, a lightning bolt spooked their beautiful horse and he ran off into the forest. They couldn't find him anywhere. The neighbours come round and say, "Oh, no, that's surely the worst thing that could ever happen. Now you have no horse to pull the plough. You can't grow crops. You'll have no money. You'll surely starve to death." Now, the farmer, who was very wise and never liked to jump to conclusions, simply shrugged his shoulders and said, "Maybe." A week later, the horse came trotting back to the farm, leading with it a beautiful wild horse, equally as strong as the first. The neighbours come round and exclaimed, "Oh gosh, this is the luckiest thing that could have ever have happened to you. Now you have two horses that will able to plough more fields, grow more crops, make more money. This is the best thing that could ever have happened to you." Now the farmer, very wise, never likes to jump to conclusions, simply shrugged his shoulders and said, "Maybe." The following day, the farmer's son was trying to train the wild horse, but it kicked out and broke the boy's leg. The neighbours came round and said, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to you. Your son can't work. He won't be able to plough the fields, grow crops, or make money. You shall surely starve and die." And the farmer, who was very wise and didn't like to jump to conclusions, simply shrugged his shoulders and said, "Maybe." A few days later, the army come through town conscripting young men to take to war. They left the boy, as he had a broken leg and was of no use to them. They carried on through the town, taking the other young men from the village. The neighbours came round and said, "Oh my goodness, this is the best thing that could ever have happened to you. You and your son will be able to work through the war, plough the fields, grow the crops, make money, and be really successful." And the farmer, who was very wise and never liked to jump to conclusions, simply shrugged his shoulders and said, "Maybe."